Welcome back to my small farm again. Here I am sitting under a tree. You may wonder why. Well, this project is about bees and the location of my beehive, which is an important part of the pollination of any farm and garden. So remember, if you like my channel, please subscribe. If you like this video, give it a like. So, locating a beehive. First, let me tell you where I am. I'm in Australia, the southern hemisphere, the southern part of the state of Queensland. So the sun rises in the northeast. So you'll probably see there's a roof of a house over there. That's where the sun comes up. How do I know that? Because I've spent the last couple of weeks sitting around on my farm under all these different locations, trying to work out where is the best place that the sun, the very morning sun, will hit the front of the hive, which kind of wakes the bees up. Like all of us, I guess. Sun in the eyes of the morning. Don't really want that, but you're up and about. So, sun, northeast, rising of morning, hits the front of the hive. Second thing about this location that I've chosen, and you have to consider things like, I don't mow this particular area, but all the other areas I do. So I don't want to get stung sitting on the mower and upsetting the bees. So I had to pick a place that I don't go close with the mower. Secondly, over there in that paddock, you can see there's an alpaca, but up there's a horse. If I was to put the hive out in one of the paddocks, which has got lovely lots of space, horses and particularly my cattle love to rub themselves, so they're going to knock the hive over. That's not going to work, so it couldn't go in the paddock. So not in a paddock with the other animals, not where the mower goes. One of the important things for bees is a water source. So if I spin around here, right behind me, is this nice little dam, and I'm actually sitting on the dam wall. So the bees will have a water source. The other problem I've got here, which is what you can probably hear today, is the wind. So I have the wind coming from the south. So what I'm going to put is my hive a bit protected behind this big gum tree, but I'm going to do some other protection too, because up here on the mountain, the wind can be furious at times, and like at the current moment, it can go days and days. The other bits, of course, is you want a good source of flowers pretty much all year round. Down there, past that bamboo, is a great big wall of jasmine that comes out early spring. So plenty of flowers there. And you can probably see there's spider lilies down there, or I call them spider lilies, whatever they are, down there. If I go back up this way, the other side of this dam here is full of agapanthus. So they're out in summer, just finished now. And above that, across that big dam wall, is a big row of lavender that I've got growing. So I've got flowers all year round. Back over this way behind the tree, or up beside the tree there, is my vegetable garden. So it's not too far a hike for these bees to pollinate the vegetable garden. And above that is my orchard, where I want them to really go to work. So a lot of work goes into the location of your hive. You really need to think through it, how it's protected from other animals, where's its location as far as their food source or their honey source going to be, where's the wind come from, where's the sun come up of a morning. The other thing I'm doing here is, you'll see, is because limbs fall off gum trees, if those of you that have got them, what I'm doing is I'm actually putting a base in the ground here. I'm going to raise my hive up. Some people might just put their hive on Besser bricks and so on. I'm going to raise mine up on a wooden structure, put a shelf in there, so that the hive is a good half a metre above the land, and then there's no vermin going to get at the front of them, because I'll use these steel stirrups here to raise it off the ground and keep it nice and clean under the thing. Thank you, Charlie. One of the other things that you should consider is this location is also about right in the middle of my 10-acre farm. So it's not near a neighbour's place. That's about their protection. But it's also, I don't know what all my neighbours use when they spray, what insecticides and such they use, but I do know what I use. So here in the middle is, in the middle of all the food sources that I can provide for them, Charlie agrees, is a good place for this one. So lots and lots of things to consider when you're locating your hive, from where the sun comes up, where vermin might be, where the flowers are, where the wind comes from, how much sun it's going to get during the day. I've got mine under a big gum tree. It's going to get the morning sun, it's going to get mottled shade all day long, and a little bit of afternoon sun. So, you know, you've got to consider all those things. Take your time, and enjoy a few morning coffees, watching the sun come up to know where best to put your hive. Cheers.